Hi, everybody, or welcome, Homesteaders family. Johnny's intro is not here. I'm all by myself.
It's you said the yours.
um, it's Sunday. It's been nice outside. We've got the windows open. I forgot to mute the phone. Hold on. I think
The
that.
volume button.
Oh no.
The volume button.
Sound.
Yep.
My hands are too greasy for it, I guess. Hold on.
Carla's special, everybody.
Mild interruption. That's why he's supposed to do the intros. He's the tech guy. As you can see, I'm all alone. He left me to my own demise. No, it's Sunday. I don't know if y'all saw the video earlier for the live stream of the storms that were coming through. That was kind of wild. Thought today was going to be nothing but rain, and then it turned out to be sunny all day. I got my morning chores done as far as milking and just getting stuff done. Made breakfast, made homemade biscuits, was happy with that. Made some homemade biscuits with some goat's milk. My daughter won't eat those. She won't eat she's skeptical of anything I put in front of her because she doesn't really care for the goat's milk. But she did try my cheese, so that's going because the goats are producing, so I'm happy with that. And I'll get on to a couple different subjects, but I've got my book that Amy from Mini Mo's had sent me. So I've been reading that. Just finally got a chance today because it was, like I said, supposed to be rainy all day. But it turned out to be actually nice, and until a little later this afternoon, then tornadoes come through. But yesterday was a busy day from working all week because yesterday was the day that I went for butchering class to be shown how to butcher a hog. I've never butchered a hog. I have processed deer and goat and small bird, well, of course, chicken and small game. So
the Arkansas eat them squirrels.
And you will when you're in an ice storm and stuck without electricity for 2 weeks. So sure did. Whenever I was like 15, we had a bad ice storm. So went out and was just practicing shooting. So, and my dad always taught me eat what you shoot. So we had squirrel, but it was perfect timing because power went out and the transformers had blown. I mean, it sounded like war going on because all the ice storm was going on. And so went to butchering class yesterday, and it started at like 9 in the morning. So of course I had to milk the goats and then take care of them, feed them, put them up, and then get to class. My daughter went with me. She was there for a little bit but didn't watch any of the processing. So that was really interesting, learning how to do that. Of course, we didn't see the first 2 stages of it. I'm not going to go into detail just because it's YouTube and got to be clean on that. They would be proud of me because I have to watch what I say. But the first 2 steps I couldn't see, so it was already open, and we did the breakdown. So that was really good. I've watched other YouTube videos from processors to show the breakdown, and they were doing the same thing. The person that taught it is an actual butcher, and so he went over the steps and just kind of give us a layout of how it goes, how you process it, and then his setup. So I feel like I have a little ways to go, well, a long ways to go as far as having everything set up, as far as the hanging process and temperature control and all that. But it was really awesome meeting new people because they were more like-minded as well. They wanted to process for their own personal use as well. Of course, mine, I want to do more than just process for my own personal use. I want to actually do a butchering shop. So to do that process, but as far as the people that were there, learning the same things. Nobody else had ever processed a pig. So I didn't have any knives to bring, but did get some good sources of where to get that kind of equipment and stuff. But also kind of got to see their setup, like I said, their cooler and everything. And the lady, his wife, they make their own cheese. They've got dairy cows and goats and stuff. So it was such a blessing that they let all of us into their home and learn, the process of how to do that breakdown. So, and then share. And so for lunch, we were there all day. And for lunch, we had BLTs with their own bacon that they make. So got to see the process of making the bacon, the pork chops, your hams, how your hams come into play. There are some parts of the ham and on the pork that is like Italian type food, which I hadn't got a chance to tell Johnny. I learned some of that, but there's certain sections of it. Of course, I'll have to go back through my camera and see everything that I took pictures of, because I kind of put descriptions on there as we were going through it. And it was fun because it was a hands-on experience too. So like I said, I didn't bring my knives because I don't have any per se to bring. I mean, we've got kitchen knives, but I'm doing research, and some of the things that they had is the same things that was just like hearing it from doing research and actually seeing it. I'm like a very hands-on person, so they did get to split us into 2 groups and do some our own cutting and stuff, which was fun. I mean, you can get the different density in the meat and stuff like that. So as far as how like thick to cut through and stuff. But that was awesome. That was fun. So, and then just seeing the different breakdowns. Like I said, I'll have to go back through my phone and write it all down. But it was a great day. We stayed over a little bit because there was so much to go over, and he still could have gone through more, which they were good people. They said that we can reach out to them. If we're sitting there cutting on something and mess up and I'm like, what is this? But so exciting that I wasn't the only one that didn't know all of it. I mean, I knew more than some, and some knew more than I did. So and just talking to them and how they do things as well. So that's how yesterday went. It was a busy day. Then oh my goodness, so we didn't get home till late, and I've been separating my kids at night, so that way in the mornings I've got plenty of milk, and I got a full quart of milk just in the mornings, just out of the 4 girls that I milk. So yeah, by the time I got home yesterday, had to separate them, and then wake up this morning, milk them, fixing to go in here and show you what we did today. Because like I said, I thought it was going to rain. Well, we both did. It was scheduled for rain, so we were like, we're not going to the homestead to do work out there. We'll just stay around here and do some work. And I thought I was going to be able to actually get my girls clipped up because they're hairy under their, close to their udders, and I just don't want all that stuff. If I use the machine, it makes it cleaner, but if I have to hand milk, it's not. Oh, and you've seen some of the equipment that are the same, excuse me, some of the supplies that was sent. That was, if you see our YouTube page or our Facebook page, and those come in really handy. I've been using like little open stainless steel containers, but the ones that with the quart pot and the lid, oh my gosh, that makes so much of a difference. So, all right, well, I'm gonna go in here. I've got my windows open. It's so nice. Show you guys what we did today. We finally got stuff in the kitchen. I don't know what you call it, together. So let's see if I can switch it around. I'm gonna switch the camera around and show you guys a little bit of what we've done. Hold on. Bear with me. Good night, camera. I'm going to almost need Johnny for technical assistance. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen some of our other stuff. We had that opening over there and have put everything together. The countertop over here next to the stove. We got our little trash can area. Installed the rest of the cabinets and stained them. They kind of look tanner, so I'm going to have to go and restain those two over there. So they just dried today. And then, of course, on this other side, well, that one is movable, so I haven't stained it yet just because we move it.
Because we have to finish the tongue and groove.
And we got to finish the tongue and groove, yeah. So you can see we didn't have any of the tongue and groove there. And over here, no tongue and groove. And then, like, this was all open. So we did get almost half the wall. I'm going to try to back up so you guys can see a good side of it. So I'll come over here. Yeah, so we got that part done with all the long boards that we had outside. So it's cleaned up our porch area. And then those need to be stained. That needs to be stained over there. But we hung the cabinet over here as well. So we've got our coffee cabinet because gotta have my coffee cups. And actually, baby's drinking coffee. Don't let him fool you. So, yeah, we've got all those done. Big old tote up there is for carrying all my supplies out to the shed and to milk. So we still got to get the rest of that side done, but this is what we did today, and got all that hooked up. And then he had to rewire the electricity. Well, we've been working on some of the electricity because whoever had this before,
It was rigged.
Yeah, it was rigged. I don't know how they got away with it. So he had to remove the light switch and rerun that. And of course, I helped a little bit. He did all the drilling.
And this is, okay, so everybody sees, I went through all the boards and ran the wire that way. It was all rigged before. And this is how they installed a window. I'm going to do a short on this. I meant to do that earlier this week. But this is how you do not caulk a window. So this is what they did. They just piled the caulk in all the way down.
And then we got a wedge in there.
And there's wedges. Well, that's spacers.
Spacers, but I mean, they could have.
But that's what they did. They just, they didn't even try to smooth the caulk or anything. It's just globs of caulk up in the window. So that's the house we're dealing with. So anything I do is better than what they did.
Yep. And we almost had a little bit of a scare on the electricity line because we went to switch everything back on because it is dark now. And somebody had bumped one of the
Other breakers off.
Yeah, one of the other breakers off, which actually went to our bedroom. So had to find it, and it was he just bumped it. So, but what else did you list on here that we get to talk about?
This is Carla's stream today.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
So do you have customers lined up? And what for? And what flavors?
Oh my goodness.
See? This
Well-
is your stream today.
Yeah. So I brought earlier this week. I brought some cheese that I had made because I've done different batches, and I'm gonna sit down because I just gotta sit down. We've been busy all day. But I brought some farmer's cheese this first of the week, and the girls loved it on my ingredients. I highly suggest if you've got access to milk, fresh milk, raw milk, to try to do farmer's cheese. It will make you feel good as far as being able to make your own cheese. And it just is awesome to be able to handcraft something, you know, because what you put on your plate is so clean. And that's one thing when they were asked, one of them was asking, like, why would you want to buy cheese that is like made that I make versus going to the store? Well, the number of ingredients. I mean, there's only 3 ingredients that you put in farmer's cheese. One of them is the milk. And then, so whenever you go to the store, how many ingredients are in that cheese there? It's got to be processed. It's got, you know, preservatives, add-ins. Farmer's cheese can last about a week to 2 weeks, as long as you keep it at temperature. I mean, all dairy has that ability to get you sick if you don't properly handle it. So, I mean, your cheese at the store, anything natural and good for you is going to be perishable quicker. So, I mean, that's just the fact of it. If you make bread, I mean, those of you that make bread, you know that. I mean, it goes quick, or it goes bad how long, how quick. So, and then the one, if you, any of you out there make cheese, you know. But I've already got a couple of girls at work that said that they would buy it because it tastes so good. And so this batch I added fresh dill to it, which one of the girls was telling me it tasted pickly, but not like overpowering, but in a good way. So, I mean, I've never worked with dill, so maybe. And then the other one I tried was rosemary. I added some rosemary to my cheese, so that turned out pretty good. Except for I put you have to cut it with a vinegar, and I had put in fresh lemon juice in it, which now that I tried, just the vinegar, because it's acidy, that acid cuts it and turns the milk into curds, and that's where it starts separating. I wouldn't suggest using lemon juice. So with that, I had put the lemon juice. I cut it with lemon juice and put rosemary in it, and that wasn't near as good because it tasted vinegary taste. So it doesn't taste goaty. So that's one thing that they were concerned about. And one of the girls that was interested in what I had, she was one of the skeptical. No, I'm not going to try goat's milk cheese or anything like that. And so she tried it, and she goes, "Oh my goodness, I would so buy that." And yeah, it's I am excited for every batch that I do. I just hope that I don't overrun myself with cheese that I can't sell or give or eat. But I actually, made some cheese and have been out because we got busy. Well, yesterday I was going to make some today, but then we had the opportunity to get a lot of this put up on the wall, so it makes it look more finished over there. So I'm pretty excited about that. But as far as that goes, people are interested. I've got a couple girls that are interested in letting them know that I make it. So I'm going to start experimenting with other types of herbs. And then the girl Amy that I talked to, she gave me some recipes, and we're going to be working together to make some hard cheese and cheddar cheese, and I'm interested in Chev cheese because I've heard that's a pretty good one, so pretty excited. So we're getting busy. It's spring, just like the rest of you guys are probably getting busy, but class was good. Goats are doing good. We didn't have a tornado hit down, so yay there, which is actually kind of nice. So we're going to switch to that.
I'm an alien. Weather goes around me.
When the sirens went off, both of us were like, okay, we got one of two things going to happen. It's a tornado or
It sounded like the Russians were coming.
Yeah, but it was constant.
They were bomb sirens.
In our defense, it was like a straight constant siren. It wasn't even a break. Because usually with a tornado, it's like, whoa, whoa. No, it was one long, whoa. So, fortunately.
You trying to be a seagull now? A special seagull.
But we do have the volunteer fire department next door, and so they were there, sounding the sirens, and so he went out front. When I'm out back, I'm looking up at the sky, seeing if I can find a tornado coming down.
She's looking for Toto.
Yeah.
Her name's Dorothy.
I was looking for green skies.
I'm like, we're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy.
He caught the guys over at the fire department and was like, "Hey, what's going on? Do we need to go? Is Russia coming or the tornado?" That's not funny to joke about. I'm not going to joke. I'm not joking about that part, but because that's kind of, I think everybody's on edge of everything here lately.
So she did all that. I got the woods cleared over at the rental property, and I'm going to start burning that this week, hopefully. I brought the water pump. We got to take the horse trailer over so we can clean the goat trailer out tomorrow after she gets off work. get fresh hay in that. And then this week is just burning and cutting brush.
Yep.
And she'll be at work like normal, so.
And I'll be making cheese through the week because I was planning on it today, but we got the opportunity to do the kitchen, and so
she's happy that it was a house day, not a farm day.
Yeah.
She wants a house done.
and she's, I think we both do.
And she's looking at having enough credit on her credit card now to max it out again with the refrigerator.
I do have to get a new refrigerator. This one
she needs one with an ice maker.
With an ice maker because I have to cool the milk
and stainless
down.
Steel.
And stainless
to
steel.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sterile.
Well, and if you've seen my fridge, it's what, 5'5". Like it's not even 6
It's
foot
taller
tall.
than me. I'm 5'7".
Oh, is it? You are not 5'7". Oh my goodness.
5'7".
Are you serious?
Yeah, you're taller.
I thought I was only like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, you're a couple inches taller.
Okay.
Girls,
we're gonna have to break out the tape measure.
6 inches.
6 inches or 3 foot.
I'm out of here.
He could have killed me whenever he was telling me only go 6 inches when I'm backing the trailer up. Yeah, I went like that far. I don't. Give me a tape measure and I'll work with that. Babe, you got anything else to say?
No, I'm done. This is Carla's thing, so whenever you're done, or come up with your next topic.
We'll just have to get progress going. I'll tell you guys what cheeses, herbs that I've experimented with. So whenever I find out some good ones, I'll let y'all know. Let you know whenever I start making some new ones and how much I make. So, but I'm going to get off here. I've got to jump in the shower, get ready for, the rest of the week because I got to go, go to work. So Johnny will be doing his thing and we'll check in with you guys next week. Hope y'all have a great week.